Yes, my people. I greet to now that day. I hope say everywhere good. I hope say when I get a fantastic Wednesday, and I hope say this Wednesday evening everywhere good for the side. Now the guy, of course, and I welcome now to this preview show where we did do ahead of the must-win encounter between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panthers of Gabon. We know say leading to this all important World Cup playoff game, a lot of katakata don't come out. Players no train, boycott training because of the bonuses and allowances where the NFF they owe them for a long period of time. But thankfully today, we see the official statement they come out from the Super Eagles captain in William Trist Ekong, and him talk for that, damn tweet when in drop for Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X, say they don't resolve the issue and they remain focused on the forthcoming big games as usual. So, it's a good thing, say, after, the katakata or the palaver with Shele leading to this game, we don't change focus to the important thing will be waiting to happen for inside the field of play for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco, come Thursday evening. So the game go shele Thursday evening by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Now the game going to happen for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Morocco. But what are your initial thoughts going into this game after all the katakata? You think, say, all of this off-field issue go affect the player's performance against the Panthers of Gabon come tomorrow? What are your thoughts before we enter into, the main cocoa them we consign this preview show? Because we know say the Panthers of Gabon, for me personally, I know they look them less. They are a force to reckon with. We know say the Super Eagles get the big name when it comes to African football. But if you watch what Gabon do during this World Cup qualifying series, you gonna say this Gabon team, they serious where and they mean business. So come tomorrow for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco. I think say we get a very tough encounter for our hand, and that game no go easy. That game no be shoot them a fly. That game now go come work, now go fit qualify to the final. And according to the report where we also get just before we come on this live stream now, say there was no press conference before the game. Say they're not doing any press conference at all. So we don't hear any statement from the players with respect to anything or the katakata will happen, and also we don't hear any word from Coach Eric Sekoshile because they no old press conference. Just come, do your talking for inside pitch. And if you qualify to the finals, you go to finals and continue to see whether or not you go fly the African flag for the next round of the World Cup playoff. But if you don't join us, you're very welcome. My name remains Akbos, and I welcome you to this all-important, all-crucial game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panther of Gabon. Come tomorrow. The game go happen by 5 p.m. Nigeria time, and it go happen for inside Rabat for Morocco. We also know that Morocco go host the next AFCON. So I believe they also they use this one to make sure say they test all the finishing work for all the good work when the Moroccan FA don't already they do in the lead up to the African Cup of Nations. We go start for December. But make we just go real quick into some history between these two teams, the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panthers of Gabon. According to the head-to-head information what we get leading to this review show, the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panthers of Gabon don't play 9 times since they don't play 9 times, and Nigeria don't win 5. Gabon don't. The Panthers of Gabon don't win 1, and they don't draw 3. Nigeria don't lost 1, but Gabon don't lose 5 times to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So actually make a throw in a little bit of the head-to-head going into this game, because some people they like to look head-to-head. For some people they think say head-to-head not really matter. Say now waiting you go do for inside the field of play on game day. Now that one count. Now that one now matter. But according to also the videos when we see all the reports from the Super Eagles communication teams before the katakata combust on Tuesday, now say all the players they in camp, and according to the videos where we also see today, we saw these guys getting into the team bus before the game. I think the last person to arrive camp now Maduka Okoye, where they come from Udinese for the Italian Serie A, and Maduka Okoye day for camp. And we also see a video of of the 3 goalkeepers, Amas, Maduka Okoye, and the number 1, Stanley Nwabali, the current number 1, how they prepare ahead of this must-win game. And also, according to the reports and the official message where they drop for the Super Eagles official handles, we say all players they in camp, everybody get high spirit, and they say the focus now to face Gabon come tomorrow for Moulay Hassan. So the Super Eagles camp, they full. Everybody they raring to go. According to the message from their captain, William Troost-Ekong, they focused on the game against Gabon, and all the big games will come. So this one now also a quick one with respect to the team news, and we hope say all of this off-field issue no go prevent the team from giving their 100% come tomorrow. But you want to join us, waiting be your thoughts about the recent off-field issue where happened. We know say off-field issues don't they happen with respect to NFF and how they know they do their work well. But waiting be your thoughts with respect to this one where happened just I think less than 48 hours to this crucial game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panthers of Gabon. But real quick, make we just also touch the Gabon national team a little bit, because this Gabon national team, like they talk earlier on for the start of this show, now say the Gabon national team, they no be pushover, they be a team where we need to face, tie our wrapper wear, tie our belt wear, and face them squarely, because they do fantastically well during the World Cup playoff, and we know say now struggle we even take reach where we did. If no be say Eritrea no day, maybe we for not they talk this one where we they talk. So for me, I think we get a second chance to qualify for the World Cup, a second chance at the bite of the cherry or bite of the apple, as people want to talk. So we need to make sure say we do everything possible to beat this Gabon team. But make we also throw a little bit of searchlight on the Gabon team and some of the players to watch out for come tomorrow. We know they're the talisman of this Gabon team. Now, former African Footballer of the Year, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and he did fantastic form during the World Cup qualifying series because he did score back-to-back. And this now a player will be say many of us know for, people will be say they be fan of the Premier League. They see all the fantastic thing when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang do during the prime as an Arsenal player. I also win the Premier League Golden Boot. But even at this stage where many people go regard him as senior man, many people go talk say now, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, now a veteran striker, the guy see the show working. I think for 10 games when he don't play for Olympique Marseille, where he currently there now, he don't score about 4 goals in 10 games. The guy still the show say when it comes to putting the ball inside the back of the net, he'll be forced to reckon with. And just about a season ago, he also win the Europa League Golden Boot. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as we all know, he gets a proven track record of goal scoring. He gets a track record of say if you give a chance, he go bust net. Yeah, shout out to Shola FC CEO. He asks what team be the time for the game. The game time tomorrow is 5 p.m. Nigeria time. The match go start 5 p.m. Nigeria time, and it go happen for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco. So, but talking about players to watch out for, we all know the popular one in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, person will be say we need to keep quiet at all costs tomorrow. We need to make sure say all the defensive mistakes where we don't make leading to this World Cup playoff round. We know we need to eliminate those mistakes. We don't need to make mistake for those Gabon strikers because these guys are very clinical. They sabi have chance, they don't bust your net. Have chance, they don't put the ball inside the back of the net. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, our defenders need to use eagle eye, as they call us the Super Eagles. Make we use eagle eye, take the wash arm tomorrow, and make sure say we not give him any room at all to fit do that thing when he know how to do best. Will be to put the ball inside the back of the net. And another player will be say we go put our eye for inside the body. Now Dennis Bouanga, ironically, also now another forward. Now another person will be say they do a lot of work for inside this Gabon attack. So him also another goal threat, another person where they inform off of the back of the World Cup qualifying series before we can reach this playoff route. So Dennis Bouanga, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are 2 players so we need to watch out for this Gabon attack. The Panthers of Gabon, as then they call them, they get a very strong and clinical forward line. I think one of their games, they score 4 goals. I think the game against Gambia also, they score 4 goals when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, they among the scorers for that game. So this attack of Gabon, they don't show say that they little, they don't show say they sabi show work, they sabi put the ball inside the back of the net. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Dennis Bouanga, the Super Eagles defenders need to use eagle eye, take follow them, come tomorrow for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco, and make sure say we no give these guys chance at all to bust our net, because we know say Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang also, yes, people go talk say he don't age, so that in pace, that in speed, that rapidness when he get for inside the leg don't reduce, but our defenders no need to, they're in a situation where they're going to need to chase them, because if you need to chase a player like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and they're pacey, and that one also, go lead us to some players where, in my opinion, I think say we need to start, because we need to start defenders where get legs, defenders where fast, just like we do against Benin Republic attack. And we make sure say, that starting back four we use against Benin Republic was able to keep the Benin Republic attack quiet, because those defenders when the coach Eric Sekochile used to start that game, now defenders we get pace and they get legs, to win the foot race between the Benin Republic attackers. So I also they expect something similar in terms of the lineup, but we know that the lineup, we'll get to the lineup more later on this preview show. I highlight, the strength of this Gabon attack. They did fast, they did quick, and they also be a team where they like to control possession, dominate, and make their opponents chase them, because they get speed. They are fast players. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Dennis Bouanga, now players where we go need to keep quiet for the Panthers of Gabon attack. But the other player where we say, I think so we need to put eye for a body. And it good say we get a player where they play with him for club side in Victor Osimhen, because Mario Lemina now the teammate of Victor Osimhen for Galatasaray. So I know say Victor Osimhen go down, talk a lot of things about this guy to the ear of the technical crew of the Super Eagles and the Super Eagles coach in Eric Sekochile, because Mario Lemina now a person where we say they do a lot of work for midfield, now midfield engine, now person where we will need to keep quiet for that midfield, because we know say as we all they talk, one of the key areas where in football games you feel win them or you feel lose them now for inside the midfield. So a player like Mario Lemina, when our own talisman in Victor Osimhen, sabi well, because they play together for that Galatasaray team, and they be teammate, they train back to back. Now Mario Lemina, we need to make sure say we keep Mario Lemina very quiet and no let him show working at all, because him now one person where we say go try to give that our midfield a lot of wahala, because that midfield now one area where we say many of us they talk say it need a lot of work. So a player like Mario Lemina, we need to make sure say get a good day on the office, and we limit him, the amount of time when you go where the possession the ball go reach the hand. Make sure say we cut out supply and try to take possession, because this Gabon team, one of their strengths now say they want control possession and also they want dominate the midfield. So I hope say the Super Eagles of Nigeria, go dominate the midfield come tomorrow for Moulay Hassan Stadium. So, but also make we talk a little bit about how the Gabon national team they play in terms of their tactics. The coach of the Gabon team now Thierry Mouyouma. Thierry Mouyouma now person where we say they like the 4-3-3 formation. In their last 5 out of their last 6 recent games, Thierry Mouyouma side, the Panthers of Gabon, don't start with the 4-3-3 formation. But this coach where we say in Sabi switch tactics even mid-game, because also they like to use the 3-5-2 formation too. So now coach where we say if he start with 4-3-3 no they work for him. Him also if he change to a 3-5-2 formation, like what many people go talk say the guy now a fluid tactician. If he change his system mid-game. So Thierry Mouyouma also now be the person where we say they in charge of the tactics for the Panthers of Gabon. So I say make I just do a quick rundown of the Gabon national team. Make we also get a glimpse and a picture of waiting to expect, because for me, I think these guys we need to take them very seriously, and I know say our players they take them very seriously, and I know so the coaching crew also of Eric Sekochile they take the coaching crew of Thierry Mouyouma and the in boys very seriously, because they don't show say they can score goals. They can score a lot of goals, this Gabon national team. So I think one of the areas where we need to make sure say we did solid tomorrow, our defense. We need to make sure say we no concede goals, because we all know say our attack is also very little. We get one of the best strikers in the world right now in Victor Osimhen, the striker who we say currently the top the UEFA Champions League goal shot. So that speaks volume. And we also get the current African Footballer of the Year in Ademola Lookman inside our team. So that tell people say this Super Eagles team, it gets a very strong attack. But like I highlight earlier on, our defense don't make some needless mistakes where we're not supposed to make during this World Cup qualifying series. And some of the goals where we concede, the goal we concede against Zimbabwe, now a goal we're not supposed to concede, a goal where we say not supposed to happen at all. So, I just use the Zimbabwe match as a reference to the defensive mistake and how we need to make sure, say, this game against the Panthers of Gabon from Moulay Hassan Stadium come tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. We need to make sure, say, we eliminate mistakes for our game. And set pieces also, we need to make sure, say, all the mistakes we make from set pieces. And one person where beside go also like to highlight when it comes to set piece matter, now our goalkeeper installing Wabale, because we know, say, when it comes to set piece, the goalkeeper get a lot of role to play to coordinate in defense. If you know the coordinates, make one of the senior center backs, do the coordination. But the keeper need to command the area very strongly. And those first balls, if you catch them one time, those set piece pull out into the 18-yard box, because now we even know they even throw in. Once teams get throwing, now holla, everybody want pile their players inside your box and send a long throw in, like say cannon. So, but I think the tactical battle tomorrow between Eric Sekochile and Thierry Mouyouma could be a very interesting one, because as we also don't see from Eric Sekochile now, person where we say also they fluid when it comes to his formation, when it comes to the way one setting team up in team selection. Also, sometimes they like to keep the opposition manager guessing, and I think so far, one of the things where we could also speak out loud about Eric Sekochile and I say the man they like to set his team up in a very attacking style, in a style where we say yes, I don't want to come say I only defend, I won't play, I won't come get goals. And credit to Eric Sekochile. And one of the teams where I also commend them from so far since him don't become the Super Eagles manager, and I say if he start up with a certain game plan, a certain game, a formation, if that formation they work for him, the man is a day swift to correct them and bring in players where we say go they impactful players where go impact games. We see him when he don't one with several players since take over with the introduction of a player, for example, like Tolu Arokodare against Zimbabwe, where we said that game was not going in the right direction for the team. But the manager, he just switched the tactics, bring in another target man to play with Victor Osimhen, and immediately he put Tolu Arokodare for that game. We say we get a goal. But talking about Eric Sekochile, make I just also throw up a last starting 11. This time the last starting 11 where we execute the game against Benin Republic for that 4-0 win for inside Godswill Akpabio Stadium. And we know, say, just like I made the talk, if you look at this attacking this lineup, you go talk, say, this one is a very strong and solid attack-minded selection night day. But against Gabon, we know they sure of also waiting coach Eric Sekochile go down the plan, for the months and weeks leading to this game. Whether he go on repeat this same starting 11, because he also gets this all of these guys inside camp. Victor Osimhen Day, Akko Adams also they were making debut in that game and also impact that game very well. Credit to Akko Adams and how he take open the Super Eagles account. Samuel Chukwueze also one of the key guys for that game against Gabon. One player where we say he shows that Samuel Chukwueze, where many of us the yen say we want to see on a very regular basis, on a very consistent basis. I think Samuel Chukwueze also impact that game a lot. So we get over 20 people who currently watch the stream. I beg if you never leave us a like, I beg leave us a like, and also tell us what be your thoughts. What you to expect on the Super Eagles against the Panthers of Gabon come tomorrow, and also what you to expect from the Super Eagles tactician in Eric Sekochile. You expect him to go with the same approach against the approach, make it repeat the approach when him use against Benin Republic, or with respect to this new opposition, this new opponent, making fine-tune them to best way to suit the opposition where we go play, will be the Panthers of Gabon come tomorrow. For people we don't know, we know they are aware of the time of that game. Now 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So 5 p.m. Nigerian time, now the Super Eagles of Nigeria go face the Panthers of Gabon. But you know, today, if you never like the stream, please, I beg, leave us a like. And if you never subscribe to the channel, this time the first time when you see the work we do on the channel, press that subscribe button and turn on that notification button. And also, if you like support the work we do on this channel, you fit send us a super sticker, a super chat, and a super thanks. But shout out to everybody. My name remains Akpos. You fit also follow us on a different social media platform at Football in Pidgin on Instagram, TikTok, and also on Facebook. But as I've been there, I liked earlier on before I say make I do, you know, 1 or 2 Facebook, YouTube tradition. I've been talking about the starting 11 when Eric Sekoshile used execute the last World Cup qualifying game will be against Benin Republic for inside our home soil, Gospel Akpabio Stadium. It went with the 4-4-2 formation with Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi for inside midfield, Samuel Chukwueze for as playing as a right winger, and also Moses Simon left winger. And we know say for that game, Ademola Lookman was suspended. So Ademola Lookman no play a role, no play a part for inside that game against Gabon. But now we Ademola Lookman done they fit. So it also they interesting to see how Coach Eric Sekoshile go select in players, because I think in terms of the forwards, in terms of the forwards where the Super Eagles get, now always the edict for the technical crew on who to pick, on who to start, because I think the forward department of the Super Eagles is day so stacked in abundance with talent and players where they do very well for their club. So I think that's now one area where it's interesting to see the personnel, the people when you go use take execute the game, the players when you go use take start, because we know say at the end of the day you can only start with 11 players, but you still get room for changes to bring in other players who if he come impact the game, win the game for you, or either help you see off the game. So but I think with the inclusion of Ademola Lookman back into the playing squad, Ademola Lookman was suspended because of yellow card for the last game against Benin Republic. But now Ademola Lookman done they available. It would be interesting to see whether Coach Eric Chile go again with a 4-4-2 setup, or whether he go switch to a 4-3-3 setup, or whether he go switch to something different, maybe 3 at the back, or something where we never see him do so far as the Super Eagles manager. But I just make I throw this one out there, say, okay, give us a clear picture of how the Super Eagles set up for the last game. But I also talk about, the Gabon attack and how fast and rapid these guys they, and why, in my opinion, my opinion with that, I know be coach, not just the way I take Siam as a, as a pundit, as a fan also of the Super Eagles, say, I think, we need players will get legs for inside that defense, because the Panthers of Gabon, and for people, Panthers, they be fast. They fast. So that also tell you already, say, the Gabon national team, they get fast players for inside that their attack. So we need players we get legs. In my opinion, I expect to see Benjamin Frederick, who has been a revelation since them also include them since when he make him national team debut during the Unity Cup where it happened for the United Kingdom. Since then, this young talented defender has been a revelation. Benjamin Frederick, I expect, just maybe he will also start this one, and Semi Ajayi in contention to Calvin Bassey in contention, the Fulham defender. Zaidu Sanusi, the FC Porto left fullback, also in contention for this game, because Zaidu Sanusi also gave good account for himself. And we know, say, defenders like Awaziem also there for inside the camp to defender like the captain in William Troost Ekong. But for me personally, I no go like Miss Skipo start this one. I think say yes, Skipo can, they do him leadership from the bench. But if we no one go with a 3-4, we no one go with a back 3, I don't want to make our Skipo start this one at all, because I think these Gabonese strikers, the Panthers of Gabon, as they call them, that's not their nickname, they're very rapid, they're very fast. And as we all see against South Africa for the World Cup qualifying series, we see, say, our captain William Troost Ekong struggle with the pace of the young Bafana attackers, because we know the players like Moulay, players like Nkota, Apolis, they give us a lot of problem with their speed, with how fast these guys stay. And I think that was an eye-opener for a lot of us. Many of us don't they highlight some of those signs when on they happen. If you also notice, even for the last African Cup of Nations, the skipper also struggles sometimes when attackers put them in a foot race. So I think we need to avoid a situation like that. I think same just maybe it need to show that leadership skills, that leadership qualities from the bench on this one. I think we need players we get more legs, players where they're more rapid, players where they quicker for that defense, because we don't need to let these Gabon people, these Gabon attackers catch us off guard, because their attack is a very clinical one, their attack is a very solid one. And I think this game we need all our players to give 100%. We need all our players to perform at their best. We know we see that commitment, that fighting spirit, that zeal, that never say die attitude where they show against Gabon when a lot of people think all hope was lost. A lot of people no expect them to perform like that against Gabon. We want to see a replica. We want to see a part 2 of that kind of performance where we say from the blast of the ref whistle, from the get-go of the game for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat tomorrow, immediately the ref blow the whistle. Me personally, as a fan of the Super Eagles, I want to see a team where they're ready to give their 100% for every ball, whether not 50-50 ball, make sure we win them. And that defensive solidity where we also show against Benin, I think now something where we need to enter inside this match and make sure we no concede at all, and we keep the game. We keep our clean sheet as much as possible, because as we know for football, if your defense strong and you keep clean sheets, then you get every chance to win the game, because we know our attack is strong. Kakaraka, we get one of the best strikers in the world, Victor Osimhen. Akko Adams also don't already show us what he go fit do. Tolu Aroko Dare also don't show what he go fit do in FC for inside camp. The current African footballer of the year, Demola Lookman, Moses Simon. But this game, no be just a game for all these names what we they call at all. This is a game for every Super Eagles player, whether you dey pitch, whether you dey bench. Everybody need to fight for this game. Everybody need to fight to get the win, to go to the finals and play the winner of Cameroon and DR Congo, because we don't know who the coach go pick. Whoever is starting, in my opinion, me are not really concerned with the first 11, pick that player, no pick that player. I just want to see any player will go start. Whatever formation the coach go with, whichever player he select, make that player give him 100%. Make that player they ready to make sure we get our collective goal, where be to beat Gabon. Now that kind of fighting spirit where they show against Benin Republic, because we know the team get that kind of fighting spirit. If they inside this team, if they fit one against Benin Republic, yet again they fit one against Gabon. In my opinion, we see even in the last AFCON under coach OC Pissarro, we see that resilience in this current Super Eagles player. We want to see them show it again for this must-win game against the Panthers of Gabon. They need to show that fight, show that ginger, and make sure we get the win. So in terms of the midfield, I don't want to talk players like in the day for camp, Alex Iwobi, Rafael Yedika, their day for inside the team. So like I did not talk earlier on, I know there's so much focus in terms of who to start, who not to start, because I think this team, with how the team has performed in the last couple of games under coach Eric Sekoshile, a lot of us know some of these players where we know yes, these guys, they'll be mainstay for this team. These guys, they've earned the place to start this more important game. But we also know they camp. We don't know the injury history, the fitness condition of every player. Then also another thing where we also need to put into consideration. So at the end of the day, the coach and the technical crew go put out the 11 where they think yes, they best, they fit, and now them they believe go them the 11 where they put out, now they believe go fit execute this match and get us the collective. But just like they talk about Eric Sekochile, if at the end of the day the team where him pick, no they execute him, make the right changes, like we also don't see him do in recent time. But I'm going into this game with the Panthers of Gabon come tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigeria time. As Nigerian fans, as football fans, what you expect from the Super Eagles? Which areas you think they need to improve after waiting we see with our Korokoro eye during the World Cup qualifying series? Excuse me. And also, which areas you think they do fantastically well during the last couple of games and you expect them to repeat them? Because for me, my concerns with this team, Now, the defensive mistakes, what we see in games like against the game against, what's it called? Zimbabwe, that one, they're very fresh in my memory because that now for home soil, we had the game in the bag, but defensive mistakes from midfield and from defense lead to that equalizer, that late equalizer when Zimbabwe equalized us, and that one puts Sansan, put Potopoto for inside our hope of finishing as the best team in Group C, and we know we concede in that title to Bafana of South Africa, who I think were fantastic during the World Cup qualifying series, and they deserve to be where they are now, maybe to not qualify. So, but now when we get another second chance, I expect we're not going to repeat our mistakes of the past, will be to the concede goals when we day for winning position and totally eliminate defensive mistakes. They get the kind of goals where go score your team. You go see and say, this one now world class goal, now wonderful one, now exceptional one. Even if two goalkeepers they the post, they no go catch them. But we know the Super Eagles have considered goals that we should not concede in the World Cup qualifying series, and now why we play this current World Cup playoff route. So I think that mistakes Coach Eric Sekoshile need to eliminate them for the defense. Our goalkeeper Stanley Wabali also need to be up on his game. No do any, all those antics, keeping antics for corner, and focus, be 100% focused on the game and the task at hand. And the defense too, we need to make sure no lapses. They focused on the collective goal, will be to win the game against Gabon. And also the midfield, also we need to be very solid for the midfield, because I've been talking about Mario Lemina and the other Gabonese midfielders. They're not going to make them easy for us. That game tomorrow will be a battle, in my opinion, but I think we can beat them comfortably well if we take them very seriously and we play to our strengths, because we know we get strength. We need to play this game tomorrow to our strength and not let the Gabon team come force us. They play with it, we don't want to play. Because now one thing to say, okay, you carry game plan, come for head, say this is how we want to play. Your coach don't tell you, say this is how Una need to execute the game for inside field of play. But when you enter inside field, the opposition can prevent you from doing that tactics where you carry come for inside mind. So we also need to be wary of that one and take these guys very seriously and make sure we don't underrate this Gabon team. And this one they come from Mr. David. Mr. David, he talks a good job. Shout out to you, Mr. David. I appreciate this salute where you salute us. So Mr. David also they talk saying consign now the goalkeeper since VRO is involved. I think Stanley Wabali on his day is a fantastic goalkeeper. I just need to make him focus. If he did focus, we know Stanley Wabali, he go fly from post to post and save the Super Eagles defense. So I think Stanley Wabali just need to be focused on the goal of the team, will be to win the game tomorrow and make sure in control himself well, coordinating in defense well, and for set piece balls into the box, Stanley Wabali needs to be commanding. He get the size, he get the presence. Now he commanding goalkeeper already. He just needs to bring it for inside this game, as we have seen him do before in the Super Eagles colors. Now, how I see that one. I'll make a touch some comments where they come from. Instagram. Oga Kelvo, I greet you. Oga Kelvo talk say this game, a very tough one. Say we need our midfield today, very creative. Yes, Oga Kelvo, I agree with you. Our midfield needs to, supply the attackers, because if our midfield not that creative, if the wingers not that creative, the fullbacks not also do their part of creativity too, because now football, the way the game don't be now, the creative part of the game to create chance, they're not the leave them again for number 10. That era of football don't pass. Now, fullbacks, wingers, everybody, they try to create chances. And the game against South Africa also, one of the games for the recent times, our fullbacks really struggle to create chances, in my opinion. They struggle to move forward. So our fullback, they also need to support the midfield and support the wingers when it comes to the creative side. Sometimes we go see our fullback, they're there for a good position to bring in good crosses, but the cross no go make sense to connect with our strikers. We don't there for good position to try to get their head on the back of that ball. So I think the creative job, my collective one, I expect us to do them tomorrow. The attacking job, my collective one, as I expect us to do them tomorrow. Because when we attack as a group against Benin Republic, we see how the game be now. We see how fluid our attack, our midfield, also there. We see, say, our fullbacks, they bump forward, they cause the Benin defense a lot of problems. And even a midfielder in Frank the Tank Onyeka also get to go for that game. So I think the creative work, like Oga Kelvin, they talk, the midfield, they need to champion them. But I think the fullbacks, the wingers also get a key role to play. Because if these guys don't provide the supply where Victor Osimhen need, the attack go struggle. The supply where Akko Adams go need. If Akko Adams start, or Tolu Arokodare go need. If Tolu Arokodare start, or Ademola Lookman go need, the attack go struggle. So I think we need to play as a team. Say that creative work, now a collective one where everybody go there willing to do. Also, when we need to defend, we need to see say the team go defend as a unit, as a collective one where we say, okay, fullback miss ball, winger don dey fall in position to replace and cover that space when the fullback don't create for there, and try to make sure say we not let these guys go shake our net. Because like they highlight earlier on, the Gabon national team, they have a solid attack, where we say a day later, a attack where we say they clinical. So we need to make sure say we not give them chance at all. So for me personally, I expect to see the Super Eagles. I expect say Coach Eric Sekoshile go telling boys say, if not to suffer for inside this game, yes, we go suffer, but make we get the win. Make them they're willing to work. Everybody they're willing to work. Like they talked earlier, fullback miss ball, winger replace that fullback and try to recover the possession. And also our attackers too, they also get defensive duty. Like they talk earlier on, we don't see say the game don't advance where we say even when teams get throwing, they won't send all their big players back. So we also need our, the size, that presence where we get for attack to defend set piece situation, to defend long throws, to defend corner kicks, to defend free kicks. So, but this one they come from Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, they talk say the Super Eagles need to take their chance because the Gabonese, they don't have the best defense. Exactly, a very good point when they come from Oga Matthew. In the highlight, say this Gabon team, they concede goals. But Oga Matthew, we also highlight ourselves. We also, we concede goals when we're not supposed to concede, leading to this playoff route. And some of those goals where we concede now, why we will not fit top the group. So as we put eye for the Gabon defense, we also need to put eye for inside our own defense. Our defense need to be rock solid. You need to make sure say we not give them any mistake to concede goals where they are avoidable. But this your comment from you, Oga Matthew, now is spot on one. And now one of the things will make my mind they're strong where we're going into this game. Because I think say if the Gabon gets strong attack, we get a defense where I go consider say, okay, it is strong on a very good day. But can Gabon say the same thing about their defense when it comes to the quality where we get for our attack? You understand? But that one, now a logical assessment of the game on the paper. And as we know for football, nobody assessment on the paper go play the game. So our players also need to be ready and to give 100% and be ready to fight for every ball, be ready to work as I talk and say, yes, this one, they play like a team where we say we want to go to the World Cup. And the team where we want to go to the World Cup, they're willing to suffer for even most part of the game as long as they win, as long as they get the victory. So I want to see a team win. They're willing to fight for every ball, a team where they're willing, to, if their teammate lose ball, they are tracking back to recover possession as soon as possible. Because like they highlight this Gabon national team and their coach, Thierry Mouyouma, they like to control possession and also they like to control the midfield. So we need to make sure, say, they not get the possession of the ball and they not get that midfield dominance. We need to make sure, say, we get strong presence. Like they talk, players like Mario Lemina will be Victor Osimhen teammate for Galatasaray. We need to make sure say these guys get a bad day for the office. But like Oga Matthew rightly highlights, we need to take our chances as we get chance. Even if now 12 we get for the first 12 minutes, make we put those ball into the back of the net. Because as we all know, now goals go win you game, and people they talk say defense go win you title. So but you need the goals to win games. So like Oga Matthew they talk, any chance where we get score. And I just they look a little bit back at that Benin Republic game, and I think say, what if we approach this game with that same mentality? Might not be the same personnel in terms of the coach selection, but I like that mentality where we approach that game, because that mentality where we get and how we take approach them, how we take put pressure on Benin, get a goal sharp. I won't see that kind of mentality for the team yet again. And see, say, if we get an early goal, maybe that early goal will destabilize this Gabon national team and force them to make more mistakes. We're going to make us get more goals for inside the first half. And if the goals don't come for first half, we also need to show strong character. Make sure, say, we don't let frustration creep in if we know if we get a goal for first half. Because as we all see, we get players where we say if they come into the game, even for second half, they can impact the game. So we need to be strong mentally, strong with how whatever opposition, whatever trick the Gabon team go try to throw at us, we need to face them squarely. But again, the comments where they come from, they do. I am they do. Okay, they do the talk saying in the thing say the talk say Semi Ajayi go miss this match because of yellow card. Okay, they do. I never really see any information on that, but I go try to check on if I see anything, I go also put on our Instagram page. But so far, I never see any information stating say Semi Ajayi go miss this one. But Semi Ajayi currently did the camp with the other Super Eagles players where they get ready for this game tomorrow. But excuse me, for people when they watch us, what do you expect this team to do? Oga Matt, you don't tell us your own on what you expect the team to do. Oga David, or don't also tell us in consent with respect to where the area where the Super Eagles need to beef up and make sure say they no make mistakes at all. So, but as I've been the talk, waiting be your thoughts, waiting be your prediction for tomorrow game, because that game I talk say I expect a tough game tomorrow against the Panthers of Gabon. But we know say football no be 1+1, no be mathematics where we say you go talk say 1+1, they always equal to 2. But I just want to see my team. I just want to see the Super Eagles playing their heart out for inside the pitch and delivering 100%. And hopefully we will get the goal maybe to beat Gabon come tomorrow. But what will be your prediction? Some of the areas where I don't talk on today's stream, I talk about the head-to-head from both teams, say for the history between both teams that say we don't play the Panthers of Gabon 9 times, and out of that 9 times, the Super Eagles don't win 5, don't draw 3, and don't lose only 1. I like some players when we need to watch. I think we need to be very careful of the entire Gabon team, but we know we touch every player because of time. I like 3 players where we need to touch, where we need to make sure say our eye they for inside their body. We need to use ego eye as they call us Super Eagles, put for inside their body. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, former African Footballer of the Year. We need to make sure say he no get chance at all because all of us know how very clinical Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang be. Yes, now veteran now. Many people talk saying that senior man now and not to get pace again. But go check how many goals he already scored for Marcel already. I think 10 games he done bust net 4 times already. Then Dennis Bouanga too, another person where we say he gets little threat for inside this Gabon attack. Now go threat, another person when we need to keep quiet. And Mario Lemina, now the teammate of Victor Osimhen for the Galatasaray national team, the Galatasaray team, for the Turkish Super League. And Mario Lemina, na person where we say na engine room for inside the Panthers of Gabon midfield. Also, I liked, the coach of Gabon, Thierry Mouyouma, and how they like to set his team up. Him na person when they like to set his team up in a 4-3-3 formation sometimes, because their last 5 out of their 6 recent games, Gabon starts that games in the 4-3-3 formation. But him also, he did very flexible tactically. Now, coach, where we say they switch game even when the team they defend. Sometimes if you also switch to a 3-5-2 setup, but some of the strengths and the way in teams they play, now say that they like to control possession, that they dominant for midfield, and also to try to make sure say now you will be their opposition when they chase them, so that you go tire quick and they go fit put balls for inside your net. But we as the Super Eagles, where we know say we also be a force to reckon with. We also be a team where we say they're very strong for the attacking department, because we know say we get some of the best strikers currently in the world for inside that Super Eagles attack. Players where we say that the boss net regular on a back-to-back. So themselves, the Gabon Panthers of Gabon, they go they wary of the Super Eagles attack. And the midfield battle go be and a very interesting one. I think we get the midfield tools also to win that midfield battle. Defensively, I think we are very solid, but I think we need to eliminate mistakes from our game defensively. And that defensive work tomorrow against the Panthers of Gabon for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco, it needs to be a collective duty. They're not going to just leave. I'm saying that only the defenders go defend, as they always talk now. The game don't change. The defensive work now for everybody, even for the strikers. And against Benin Republic, we see say we defend like that as a unit, as a group, and we keep a clean sheet. And I go love them say we try to replicate them and also keep a clean sheet. And shout out to Ogatosin. Ogatosin, good evening. They talk saying don't miss. Ogatosin, you do a recap, but we don't spend over 45 minutes on today's stream when we analyze what we expect our Super Eagles to do, analyze some of the areas when we think say we need to keep the Gabon national team quiet, and we talk about the tactical battle between the Super Eagles tactician in Eric Sekochile and Thierry Mouyouma of Gabon. We need to make sure say I hope say Eric Sekochile will get the best of Thierry Mouyouma when it comes to this tactical battle and put the Super Eagles on top. We see how he beat Coach Kenneth Rowe from Benin Republic for the last World Cup qualifying game. We'd expect to see say Coach Eric Sekochile, I beg, get your tactics right and execute this game for us and take us to the next phase, maybe to play the winner of Cameroon and DR Congo. Ogato in the talk say the Super Eagles go fly. Yes, we'd expect the Super Eagles to fly high come tomorrow, and we'd expect to see on the long run the Nigerian flag, the fly for the World Cup in the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada. And this message, this one, they come from Ogam Matthew. Talk say Semi Ajayi is out because of 2 yellow. It will be available for the final if we beat Gabon. Thank you also for this, clarification, Ogam Matthew. I know about that information. So shout out to Oga Dedun, where bring this information to my notice, and shout out to Oga Matthew. As we know, no one person they sabi all the information finished. But this one a very good one. Just like we talk about, so that defense also get a lot of players. We go fit start in the absence of Semi Ajayi. We know say this now the starting 11 we execute the last game against Benin Republic. Semi Ajayi start with Calvin Bassey and Sanisu Zaidu play as the left back, Benjamin Frederick play as the right back. But in the absence of Semi Ajayi also, I think me personally, I go also the confident with a starting pairing of Benjamin Frederick and Calvin Bassey as the two central defenders, because we know say Bright Osei Samuel don't come in for the fullback position. Awazem also there for camp. He play as a center back, he play as a fullback. We also know say the captain William Trust Ekong also there for camp. But it's going to be interesting to see the defensive partnership where the coach Eric Sekochile go with in the absence of Semi Ajayi, because I think Semi Ajayi, for me, I would have loved him to start, but with this yellow card suspension, when they talk say Semi Ajayi gets, I think we're going to need to execute this game without time, and we get the players to fit execute the game and get the win, and hopefully Semi Ajayi return to the team and play in the final like Oga Matthew the rightly the point at. But going into the game tomorrow, how now they feel as Nigerians? You feel confident? You feel say the off-field katakata will happen less than 48 hours before this game will go happen for Rabat, Morocco, Moulay Hassan Stadium, to be precise, tomorrow about 5 p.m. Nigerian time. You think say that off-field katakata go affect the team performance tomorrow, or to you players are very focused, just like the state go we see from the skipper of the Super Eagles Twitter and X, now X, from William Trust Ekong, when in the talk say they focus on the big games where they come. So, but what will be your thoughts with respect to that off-field wahala, and what will be your thoughts going into this game? You they confident? Can the Super Eagles fly high like Ogato say? They talk earlier, the Super Eagles go fly high in the very confident. But this one they talk say, they come from Ogato say, they talk say now Kelvin Bassey and Benjamin Frederick make the coach start for the center back sparing. But I agree with Ogato say they agree with me. I think say I could be more confident with the center back pairing of Calvin Bassey and Benjamin Frederick, because I think these are two people will get legs. But on another angle too, some people go also talk say they need one very experienced center back to pair with either of these two defenders, because that are also one angle where some people also want talk come from, because I think Benjamin Frederick is a very young defender, 20 years old center back, but with the way we don't see him perform in the Super Eagles since he make this big step up, you could tell, you say this is a player that is not playing like a young player when they play around seasoned veterans. Because some of the games, I just put eye for a body to see how he go face the opposition attackers will be well-owned household names. But him when say just burst into the scene, will be a prospect, will be a young talent. He handled himself very well, and I go say I did very impressed with how Benjamin Frederick do handle himself, and I think he has any right to start this game because of his performance in the last couple of games. But like Oga toasting the talk, we go also see what the coach go do, because now the coach gets all the information of the player fitness, which kind of tactics he won't play, which players go fit executing plan best to the way he don't take plan. So all these are factors will also go creeping when it comes to the team selection. But me, I just talk on based on my personal preference, because I know the privilege to some of these key metrics, some of this key information we go determine who go start or who no go start. But make I talk about this one where they come from. Mr. Sunday, Government Sunday. He talks about the problem when Nigeria gets, saying that the goalkeeper, say then the creative midfielder says so Nigeria should stick to the winning formation, will be the 4-4-2. Say the wingers fit create chances for the striker. August Sunday, like some people they talk for football. If he know they spoil, if the team you know they faulty, if you know get fault, if you know spoil, you know need to fix some. So a lot of people will also they expect Coach Eric Sekoshile to go again with this 4-4-2 formation. We give him a fantastic performance against Benin Republic. But yet again, another angle where I go talk this matter from now, say the opposition now a different team also. So that one also fit affect the tactical approach to this game, because no be the same approach to every game, to every opposition. The strength where the Gabon national team get now might be different from what Benin Republic get. But one area where I think say both teams are similar now, the pace where they get for attack and how fluid they going forward when it comes to attacking style. So in that aspect, the Benin Republic national team is similar to their playing style. They're similar to the playing style of the Gabonese, but they are not exactly the same. So that one also another factor we go determine whichever formation where the coach go use, because the Gabon team fit come up with a different tactics, a different way. Also, they read the Super Eagles. But it's going to be interesting to see how our coach go do one, because I think this is now why them they pay them plenty money. So make we see what he go do. This now in work, now time for Ram to show working. Say yes, I sabi the work where I did do, and I be tactical expert. So this one they come from Ogatos. And Ogatos talk say if NFF do normal, the on-field palaver not supposed to affect the team if they play like them do against Benin Republic. And Ogatos seen we see eye to eye with how you take address this matter. I hope say that off-field distraction, because I think 2 days ago we do a stream where I talk about say NFF no need to mess this one up, and we don't need off-field issues, we don't need off-field katakata at all, so that the players go they focused on the goal will be to qualify the Super Eagles of Nigeria for the World Cup. And like Ogatos in the talk, we hope say the NFF don't do normal, they don't give the players everything where they need to execute this must-win game, because this is a must-win game, a very important game. We need to get everything in order. And Ogatos in the talk say the coach they watch the show. Whether Coach Elix the coach they watch the show, we don't know. Whether him, some people from technical crew they listen to what in Nigerians they talk. I know say they put eye for waiting with the talk also. And one credit where I go give Coach Elix the coach and the team be say, if they no start, if the tactics where they use start the game is not going well for them, or the plan where they carry start, the man and the people start make the right changes. The player where they go come out, put the person where go enter, go just come impact the game. We've seen it several times since this man take over this work, And in recent time, I not just want to call some coaches name, not something where we know fit, we know fit associate with some recent coaches of the Super Eagles. So that's one area where they give Coach Eric Sekochile credit in terms of his game reading approach and the ability to make substitute we go impact the game. But I think time don't reach where we go drop our predictions with respect to what we expect the Super Eagles to do come tomorrow. Shout out to Shola FC, a fantastic grassroots and grassroots academy and a team where they develop a lot of young players for inside our Nigeria. The CEO they talk say they predict a 3-1 win to the Super Eagles. But you when they watch us, tell us what you predict real quick for this game. But you when they watch us, tell us what you predict real quick for this game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Panthers of Gabon. Will go happen tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigeria time for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco. We don't spend over 55 minutes on today's stream. And on today's show, I touch on the head-to-head between both teams. I talk on, some key players who we're going to put our eye on for inside the Gabon team. The tactical battle between the Super Eagles of Nigeria, coach will be Coach Eric Sekochile, and the tactician of the Panthers of Gabon in Thierry Mouyouma. And also talk about, what thing they expect the Super Eagles to do better. We also get a lot of messages we come from other people. We also they share their concerns with the areas where they think say the Super Eagles no need to make mistake, the areas where they think say the team need to win the game also come tomorrow. So shout out to Shola FC and shout out to everybody. We don't drop message today. Just tell us your prediction real quick. Drop them inside the comment section and I will give you a shout out. This one they come from Mr. Government Sunday. Talk say the Super Eagles of Nigeria go beat Gabon 3-0 tomorrow for Rabat Stadium for Moulay Hassan Stadium for Rabat, Morocco. And me, my own prediction for inside this game, now a 2-0 victory for the Super Eagles. And I hope and they pray, say, and they predict also say we go see a Victor Osimhen goal come tomorrow. But I think we need to get the clean sheet. So, to ginger us, boost our confidence also when we will go face whoever we go face for inside the final. Because when we go play 5 p.m., Cameroon and DR Congo go play 8 p.m. So they go play both semi-finals for the playoff tomorrow on Thursday. Then after the semi-finals, the winners go, they go lock on for the next game. And tomorrow, immediately after the game, we go also there live to come talk about what we see for the game, to come review the game, because this one at the preview show, the post-match show, we go do the pre-match show, we go do a post-match show immediately after the match. So join us immediately after the match. We go there. Hopefully, Coach Obi go there with me tomorrow show. Coach Kesta go also there with me. The Abido Shaker of Manchester United, Organic Kaizo, go there with me. Today's show, I run am solo because our other people, they're very busy today. They don't fit jump on today's stream. But as the host, I try to do a lot of many things on today's show. But it's been a fantastic one. And today's show no go dey possible without your contribution. So shout out to everybody. We don't leave us a like. If you never like this stream, I beg. We get over 48 people who currently they watch us. A lot of people also they watch us for Instagram. Those figures also no day for inside the one way they watch us on YouTube and Facebook now. I beg, leave us a like so that the algorithm going to push this video. And if you never subscribe to the channel, this time the first time you just see our videos, you just see the work we do on this channel. If you press that subscribe button and turn on that notification button so that it's going to notify you every time we do live and every time we drop our Bouanga content. And if you like the work we do on the channel, you visit us a super sticker, a super chat, and a super thanks. My name remains Akbos, and if you never did follow us on the different social media platform, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube at Football in Pidgin. You go see our branded logo where they show currently for your screen in white, red, and blue colors with the big FIP sign there. We did for Instagram, we did for Facebook, we did for TikTok. Just, follow us on these different social media platforms and continue to support the work where we did do. This one, they come from Oga Philip. Oga Philip talk say Gabon go beat Nigeria 2-0. So this one, you also go tell you, say, Oga Philip fit be our brother from Gabon. So shout out to Oga Philip and shout out to our Gabon brothers, our Gabon sisters. But this one, with the Super Eagles, go win now. So Philip, I disagree with you. for me, my prediction, Nigeria to win 2-0. And shout out to everybody when don't make today's stream a success. Everybody will like, everybody will share, everybody will comment, everybody will also subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Now my name is Akbos, and you go to see say now maybe the face behind the brown, and I did to reply your messages. I did to reply, your comments anytime. Even if say we done this stream, you don't watch a rewatch later when the stream don't end. Drop your comments on your prediction, on your thoughts for this game tomorrow. And I did 24/7 behind the scenes to reply the message. And this one, they also come from Mr. Matthew. He talks in the repeat. If the Super Eagles take their chances, the Super Eagles could beat the Panthers of Gabon 3-1 tomorrow. But this is that 1 hour on the dot for today's stream. It's been a fantastic one. We don't talk about a lot of interesting talking points. We don't share our concerns on what the Super Eagles need to do, what they don't need to do if they won't win the game tomorrow. We talk about the head-to-head record between both teams. We talk about also the key players to watch for Gabon. We talk about the tactical battle. We talk about the Super Eagles team news. We also talk about, the last formation and how we expect the Super Eagles to play. Because for me, as I talked earlier on the stream, I know really they specific, or I know give a special feeling to the players who I think they need to start or not start. I just want to see, say, whichever player they select, they're ready to contribute your quarter. So, like they talked earlier, I know really they particular about who to start, who not to start. But I hope say whichever player we go start, you go know say you not only they represent yourself, you represent all the millions of Nigerians where they all around the world. And whichever, whether now 5 minutes you go play, whether now 90 minutes you go play, no say we get World Cup qualification hopes at stake, and we need to win. So this now where I go draw the curtain on today's stream. As our people talk, say everything we get beginning, go get end. Now the time where we go end today's show be this. But tomorrow, immediately after the game, we go there here. Come join us. Whatever happens for tomorrow's game, after the 90 minutes, we will be here to dissect what we watch with our Kuro eye and give a quick review of the match. But shout out to everybody who make today's stream a success. My name now, boss. Thank you for supporting the brand. Thank you for leaving us a like. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And if you want to send us a super sticker, a super chat, a super thanks, support the work where we do for inside the channel also, I see also the throwaway salute they give you. Make sure to enjoy the rest of our Wednesday evening. Tomorrow, immediately after the game, we go there here, hopefully to come celebrate a victory of the Super Eagles, and we're going to put our eye for all the big games where they come for front. So make sure to enjoy the rest of Ona Wednesday evening, and we go see you tomorrow. Time don't reach where I go come up for studio, my people. Una, bye-bye.